Alright, y'all. So this podcast, we're gonna talk about women that cheat. Women that are cheaters, guys that really love their women, you know, like virgin guys, virgins, yeah, virgins, um, and all that stuff. So, so, so you should always stay loyal, depending on the how do I explain this? How do I okay. Alright. You should always stay loyal if she's like younger than you, you know, like 3 years, like maybe 5 years, like definitely think about it. And 6 and like dang man. I don't know. Okay. Around around 8 I think around okay, the 6 to 8 mark, definitely okay, 6 to 8 years apart from you, definitely have to consider staying with this girl. Anything above that, you have to like go, you have to go above and beyond to keep this girl. And sometimes you don't have to, and they just like older men, and it's pretty much easy for you. But yeah, that's the rule. You know, anything 5 years is, you know, whatever, man. Go fuck yourself. But you know, and then you know, and then in those marks, the younger they are, the more beautiful they are. Like it's hard not to find a girl that's young, and it's like a new generation, more beautiful. Like you know, process of elimination, man. Girls are just more beautiful. I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I fuck around a lot. You're gonna see me fuck around a lot, but some of this shit, some of this shit is, you know, you gotta take to heart, man. I have experience. I have a lot of experience. If you guys are young, and or you don't even have to be young. You just never had the opportunity. Gotta pay attention. Yeah, and you gotta like focus on yourself. You know, you gotta have your goals. You gotta go to school, get a certificate, get licenses, get experience. You gotta be obsessed. Make yourself valuable. Have experience. Like me, I have my certificates, HVAC, licenses, whatever, blah blah blah. And I want to be a cook. I've tried to practice cooking these past 5 years. I cook a lot, but my little hobby, like I have a little hobby, like in cultural. I have a world culture. I took a world culture class in college, 2016. I got credit for that at a college of the desert. I studied a lot of Arabic, Greek, Mediterranean culture, Neolithic culture, Neolithic civilization, um, the American, like the first Americans that came into America. There's two waves. One were called the Solutreans, and the other one were called Clovis. First came the Solutreans or the Clovis, and then the Solutreans came at an angle from like the Alaska to like Florida. So first they, because apparently they were like we were Chinese and they came from up there, and then they became Clovis a long time ago, and then from the same angle, but it could literally you could have started from the bottom up too. You know what I mean? If for some reason they're crisscrossing away and then it stopped at Florida, maybe they build up at Florida 100,000 years ago. Maybe they came from Greenland, Eurasia, and then they settled there 100,000 years ago. Clovis came, you know what I mean? And they're Chinese, and the Solutians look white. If you ask me, Solutians, Soltarians, whatever. And then they're 100,000 years. They're like the first Americans, and then they just worked their way up, because that's where the Chinese came from. They came from Alaska. So why not defend yourself? All this DNA stuff isn't specific. People make up their own stories. They see 1%, and you know, they see 1%. They're like, oh, that's obviously originating. It was there first. It technically maybe was there first, but what if it was incorporated there at some time, at some point, and then before that they were just we were always here. That's what I'm basically. It doesn't make sense. I'm saying. Anyways, that's my cool ass hobby. I love that. Love that little story. I have plenty of more stories like that. Try and make a video on that. It'd be interesting. I love that hobby. So you gotta make your life interesting, man. You gotta, people don't ask me this stuff, but it's in the back of my mind, and I love it, and I love myself, love my life. Anyways, whatever. It's like and then like, if she's cheating, if your girl's cheating, you're gonna be thinking about it a lot. You're gonna be like, I'm talking about like virgins, because that's the number one issue. Like, if you're being cheated on and then you hate it, it's obviously because you don't have enough experience and there's no communication going on. There's no communication going on, or or who knows? Because if you communicate like you need more experience, that's not going to be good. You know what I mean? You gotta be loyal. You just gotta be loyal. And there's levels to the test. Like, she knows how to pick it up. There's low, medium, and then crazy. And she knows how to go crazy, and then you're better off just like being happy. Break up. You gotta break up with her, and you get more experience. Gotta time to pull up your pants and realize. Because if you remember, like my situation, like I was forgetting. Because I never knew experience, it was a thing. Like, I kind of talked about it. I'm like, okay, cool. But when you have so much testosterone and energy, you forget that. You forget that experience is a thing, and then you need it. Because you just have so much energy. But, yeah. You just need experience, and then forget, like, that cheating. Once you get cheated on, you'll just, whatever, don't care. You get your heart broken. You've been, I've gotten my heart broken so many times. And not even legitly. These past 5 years, I've had my heart broken so many times. And it's not like real shit. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like stupid little things that isn't really technically heartbreaking for a lot of people. But for me, it's technically experience. And all these little things made me cold, and especially when I'm sober. I have 3 years of not drinking or smoke. I have 8 years, 8 to 9 years not smoking weed. And when you go through pain aches, and then I'm going through some family stuff, and then all this stuff, like, and then I've been through a lot. Most people haven't seen growing up. And then I don't know if that correlates with this heartbreaking stuff. I don't think so. Maybe it does. I doubt it. But these little things, those little experiences have made me hard in my heart, and I don't really care. I'm more in like creating more memories now, being positive, actually having a relationship, starting to create memories. I'm gonna make a podcast next talking about that. Just I'm in a recovery phase, and I don't care about heartbreak. Isn't even a thing anymore to me. I think it's just it's a stupid topic that doesn't really exist. I put it back in my mind. Just that's 10 seconds of my life where I could have fun. You know what I mean? It's one of those sayings, one of those things that I invented a while ago. Anyways, also, like, why would you be in a relationship and then think about like your girl is doing? You know what I mean? You're thinking about, and then your private part is like her private part is so tiny, and then you're thinking about another guy just entering her, and then it's like kind of, it's insane how like something so small is like in your mind and it's bugging you. It's kind of insane. It's immature, and you should grow up. Put your big boy pants. Like if that is happening, and little thing, that little mess is disgusting. You're thinking about private parts, and then she's getting dopamine. Like if you think about it on paper, she's just getting happy, and whatever chemical changes she's getting in her mind. You're thinking about those little things are bugging you. It's insane. It's time to move on. And make memorable memories. Go to the gym, talk to people, have friends, hit up your high school friends, talk to them again, study, do this and that, or talk to her, talk to her about you want to create more memories with her. Go out a little bit. Go, can we watch a movie together, or this or that? You know what I mean? It's time to like if she's worth it, you don't want to mess it up. I'm telling you right now. Uh, Also, girls, some girls are evil, bro. Some girls are evil. They would have kids with you and then leave you. They would have kids with you, leave you with the kids, and who knows what happens? You know what I mean? I don't know. They'll just straight up leave you, and go. They'll continue partying, going to clubs, move out of state. You don't know what they'll do, man. So like, a bunch of girls do that. A lot of girls. I heard a lot of girls do that. And then some girls like to be like dominated and like a manly person, a guy that could stand their ground. Uh, a man that can do this and that. Like know what they want. A man that knows what they want for their future in a relationship. If they want, several women, several baby moms, or this and that. You know what I mean? Also, some girls want a bad boy. Some girls want a bad boy, and they respect that. They really want that. And I've seen hints of it. You know what I mean? I've seen hints of it in ways you can't imagine, and it's crazy. Like most girls really like that. They like the drama. Like if you want kids so bad, like that just makes I'm piecing that together. They'll just leave you. Like they think that you're a B word. If they see signs of like that you're not who they thought you were, or they see a hint of a signs that you said you weren't, they'll leave you. And it's just I think it's weird. I don't know what else I'm missing there. It's an interesting topic. I wish someone could teach me more. Oh, that. Um, I don't know. That's an interesting topic right there, man. Cause never like it's happened to me a few times, but I never like. It's not like I'm swimming in hot women. You know what I mean? Just like when I'm very picky, and when I do pick a girl, you know, the nines, the eights, when I do pick them, and then they turn out to be like really picky, it's just it's crazy. Usually they're old. This is the older generation. They're just dumb. Now I'm just realizing, yeah. So I'm still figuring things out. You know, I just figured it out that right now. Usually the older women are like that. Everything I just said, all that negativity, and the younger generation, they're a lot. They're probably like that as well, but they're for older men. Since I'm older, they pretty much fuck with me. Anyways, that's pretty much all I got to talk about. If you have any ideas or I don't know something, some feedback or something to give me on this topic, please write down in the comments, and then I'll think about it and make a video more. Um, Here's a note I wrote. Promises stick to me because when I cheated, I didn't care about the person. So if you're not sad about her, your lust is equal to her cheating. So that's all over the place. Let me go over to that slowly. Promises stick to me. So promises stick to me because when I cheated, I didn't care about the person. Yeah, so there was a time when I cheated, I admit it, because I was with a girl way older than me, and she took my, my innocentness for needing to grow. She saw that I was a quick learner and I was smart emotionally. She noticed that I had potential to be emotionally strong, and I'm just noticing that. I just noticing that right now, and she put me through pain and heartache because she knew that eventually I'd get over it. But the only way I was gonna get over it is if I got experience, which I cheated on her, and then I helped a little bit, but the girl was ugly, so it didn't help. I needed like hot girl. I need hot girls experience. And I still do. I've only slept with one girl, and then I cheated on her, and that wasn't really cheating, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I cheated, and it was just like energy. I was releasing my energy, and promises stick to me because when I cheated, I didn't care about the person. Like I did not care about her. I didn't care about her feelings, or I cared more about my girlfriend. I didn't care about the girl I cheated with. I cared actually. I cared less about her. I thought of her like a joke. She was kind of like a joke to me. And I felt bad. I felt something bad. Maybe not bad for my ex. A little bit bad for my ex. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I just wrote my notes down and it doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm going over and over, but basically what I'm trying to say, what I was trying to say there is that, they cheat, women cheat to get revenge, and then we cheat just to get the, obviously the experience, so we can never cheat now. Because I think now I don't need to cheat, bro. And honestly, I don't care what a girl does. You know what I mean? With her private parts, I think it's retarded. It's gross. Everything we just spoke about. I don't care. Like, if you need experience, we should talk about, like, girls don't talk about it. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't really give a fuck. You can do whatever you want. Like, if I don't care if I'm with a 10. I do not care what you do with your life, your private parts, your body, your choice. I don't care. I got things to do. I I value my past, my culture, I value everything more than your whole family. And I don't care if you're a 10. You know what I mean? You can do whatever the fuck you want. I can help you. I'll do anything. If you're in my crib, you're in my family. I'll do whatever I need to do for you. You know what I mean? To my capable ability. I'm not saying, because I'm not saying I'm an asshole towards you. I'll respect you. I respect any girl. Like, you made it through the whole elimination process. I'm gonna ride for you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not just saying, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care. I'm gonna ride for you, and I don't care what you do with your body. But I also talk to you, and I also communicate. I'll do anything. Like, I'll communicate. That's my next video I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna care. Like, if you're not mentally capable, I'll talk to you. I'll do my best. I'll never hurt you. I'll build you up. I'll do anything towards that for the world for you. And that's my next topic. I'm gonna talk about the more emotional stuff. But this is just about cheating. Uh, and girls cheat for revenge, and we cheat just for that reason. It's just to get the experience in, and then at some point the lust out, we just gotta release the horniness out. But I never really tapped into that, so I can't say. Like, a little bit, but then I just get over it. I sleep on it. You know what I mean? I kind of like 50% feel it. I understand that, not really. So I can't really say on that. That's a different guy type of thing. Uh, that's a different type of animal right there. But we're not. I think we're not different. Maybe we are a little different in that point of cheating. You know what I mean? Girls maybe do cheat for revenge, and we don't cheat for revenge. Once we have experience, it's like, if I have experience, I'm with the 10, and I get girls like crazy, I'll just break up with her and then, get more experience. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Just break up with her. You know what I mean? Because experience is the issue here. Or then in that point, if you're just really horny in that point, then yeah, of course that makes total sense. We just do it just to get our edge off. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, you guys have a good day. I love you guys, and stay tuned for more videos.